In a couple of moments, you're going to hear how Richmond County responded to a request from the president of Cape Breton University to support some new infrastructure happening at the Sydney campus. But before then, we're going to talk about the Nova Scotia Community College's Strait area campus and how the campus uses a piece of land in the joint industrial park shared by Richmond County and Port Hawkesbury for one of its courses. That led to a request to both the town of Port Hawkesbury and the municipality of the County of Richmond to consider allowing some of that land to be used for a course that the college usually offers at this time of year. Let's take a look and see how Richmond County reacted. The county had received a request from the academic chair of the Strait area campus in late fall. The request from academic chair Lawrence Boyd asked that the county consider approving a 5-year lease for use of a portion of land in the joint industrial park co-owned by the county and the town in Point Tupper. The land has been used in the past for NSCC's heavy equipment operator course, which usually takes place in the fall, but is now slated to get underway this month. However, in previous years, the use of the land has been done by shorter terms, and this time around, a 5-year term was requested from the college, which brought some skepticism from a couple of councilors.
I guess maybe like the CEO pointed out, was a 5-year term. Seems to be a long term, maybe longer than the 4 of us sitting around or 5 of us sitting around this table. So I would recommend, I can see them on a 1-year term being, pretty tight with moving stuff in and out, but I would have no problem issuing a 2-year lease.
Would need more information before I would commit to a longer term lease for sure. I think, especially since that commission hasn't met yet, I know because I'm on it. So I just feel like that may be a conversation that needs to happen there as a starting point. But if the town has agreed to some form, then they've at least agreed to a year. So then I would say, let's agree to a year and then see where we go from there.
At the same time, Councillor Melanie Sampson acknowledged that the situation is different for Nova Scotia Community College this year, given that the heavy equipment operator course normally runs in the fall, but has been pushed ahead for this year.
They're hoping to resume the field training in mid-April. And so I don't know that we should assume that it will only go till May or June. There would be some programs at the college that would go into the summer. Like it's a different type of, it's not a core program, it's a customized program, so it's different.
After receiving confirmation from CAO Don Marchand that the lease for the previous heavy equipment operator program had expired on December 20th, one day before the last regular council session for Richmond County, Deputy Warden Michael Digdon was ready to launch a 1-year lease in conjunction with the town of Port Hawkesbury on the understanding that the heavy equipment operator program should go ahead this year.
I'm okay with a 1-year term. Let them get back, Obviously, they're sitting there waiting on us, so there's no need to hold up the school. If it's between us and the town of Port Hawkesbury, I'm sure the town of Port Hawkesbury already agreed to a minimum 1 year. Mm-hmm. So I would say we go with a 1 year, and then by that time the committee should have hopefully met.
Warden Amanda Mumbercat applauded her fellow councillors for taking a cautious approach, recognizing the need to proceed with a short-term lease, but also seeking more information before committing to anything longer.
I think we're all going to be a little bit cautious as brand new councillors about jumping into anything very long term right off the bat. I think we need to collect some more information and maybe get some more information about the programming needs from the academic chair who provided the letter. And so I think once that's done, it's something that we could revisit in the future.
While acknowledging her role as NSCC's innovation lead that she took on several months before considering a run at municipal politics, Warden Mumbercat suggested that she was excited at the possibility of a strengthened relationship between Richmond County and the Strait area campus.
I'm a little biased, I guess, but I think NSCC is a really great community partner. They're an important part of not just our educational community here, but I think our economic community as well. So, I will be looking forward to strengthening that relationship going forward. I know that the new principal at the college has been interested in meeting with new councils, and so we'll be looking forward to, like I said, strengthening that relationship for sure.
Staying with the post-secondary education front, Richmond councillors also recently addressed a request made last fall by the president of Cape Breton University, David Dingwall. Arriving with a delegation from CBU at November's meeting of Richmond County's Committee of the Whole, Dingwall asked for support for the university's proposed new Discovery and Innovation Centre. And at December's regular meeting of Richmond Municipal Council, Deputy Warden Michael Digdon presented a resolution that offered verbal support for the concept of the new centre, if not financial support right away.
I move that Council accept the recommendation of the Committee of the Whole and that the following resolution be adopted. Whereas CBU's science building is more than 50 years old, with aging labs and infrastructure once used to educate the parents and the grandparents of Cape Breton's youth. Whereas CBU is enabling the growth of Cape Breton's population for the first time in more than 20 years and needs modern, state-of-the-art research and teaching facilities to continue recruiting local, Canadian, domestic, and international students to study in Cape Breton. Now therefore, be it resolved that the municipality of the County of Richmond fully support Cape Breton's university efforts to establish the Centre for Discovery and Innovation.
At this stage of the game, President Dingwall was looking for, I guess, a demonstration of notional support for the idea of the new centre. And, based on the information that he presented here at Council, I think in our very first meeting, we were happy to provide that.
Even with a campus based in Sydney, Warden Mumberket echoed CBU President Dingwall's sentiments that it's not hard to see the impact of the recent influx of international students at the university, and to see that impact happening all over Cape Breton Island, not just in the CBRM.
But all you had to do was take a drive around rural Cape Breton Island these last, few summers to see the impact of the community outreach program, the shuttle program, as we commonly refer to it. We saw international students working in places like the Breton Lakes Inn, working in places like, Cabot, and all these different tourism attractions across the island, and hospitality industry in particular. And that's an industry that is particularly challenged by trying to attract people to frontline positions. So it was a case where those students need the work, but they didn't have transit. We had we needed the employees, and so the connection with CBU to bring those two pieces together, I mean, it's a no-brainer. You could see the impact immediately on the hospitality and tourism sector.